Now, the latest on a developing story we've been tracking in Minneapolis. A months-long dispute between neighbors escalated into gunfire here on Grand Avenue South. Frustration over the police department's handling of the situation boiling over tonight. A tense exchange between the police chief and a city council member we caught on camera.
You want us going there with a SWAT team and kicking down the door and killing and making buildings? Is that what you want? No. You don't have to kill a man.
This moment behind closed doors happened minutes after the chief held a news conference explaining why police haven't arrested a man despite an alleged pattern of harassment and intimidation against his neighbors and a shooting Wednesday. John Salchak is now charged with second-degree attempted murder.
Now, Callan Gray is going to have more on the challenges police say they're facing in a moment.
But first, Eric Shalou talked to the victim and his family about why they feel the system failed them.
It's been hell.
That's how Davis Mutori describes living next door to a man on Grand Avenue South in Minneapolis.
I had to call the cops so many times.
Court papers show Davis and his wife over the last year called Minneapolis police at least 19 times on neighbor John H. Sawchek, who allegedly made countless threats and engaged in almost constant harassment since the couple moved in last year. The Hennepin County Sheriff shared this mugshot of Sawchek from a different matter in 2019. On Wednesday, the family security camera captured Davis trimming a tree out front. He's about to be shot. We edit out that exact moment, catching back up on the video after Davis fell to the ground.
And I was like, I need to go get help. And my brain, just part of it just shut off.
Davis called his wife Caroline, who raced home.
When I found him, he was in the side door entryway, just curled up in a fetal position. In agony.
Hennepin County prosecutors charged the neighbor, 54-year-old Sawchek, with attempted murder along with other felonies. Court papers allege Sawchek threatened violence against the neighbors if they touched the tree in October 2023. Investigators allege more violent encounters over the last year. And then about a week ago, the victim alleges Sawchek pointed a gun at him.
He predicted this would happen.
Caroline says the couple expressed their concerns to authorities over the last year.
Nothing is going to be done about this man until somebody gets hurt. And I hope it's not me or my wife.
Investigators say the defendant is wanted on at least 3 active warrants associated with prior threats or acts of violence against the victim and other neighbors. Authorities allege Sawchek has actively evaded police. The couple feels the system failed them.
He's been failed time and time again. And it just makes me sick.
Eric Shalou, 5 Eyewitness News.
And late today, we learned some city council members sent a letter to Mayor Jacob Fried and Police Chief Brian O'Hara. And in it, they said they are in, quote, utter horror at MPD's failure to protect a Minneapolis resident from a clear, persistent, and amply reported threat posed by his neighbor. After that, Chief O'Hara held a news conference, and Callan Gray's here now with his frustrations and a council member's anger over how this whole thing's being handled.
Kevin, the police chief says the suspect suffers from mental illness, is now known to possess weapons, has a history of violent confrontations, telling reporters it's not safe to send his officers into the home. But he also tried to share the blame on the rhetoric around policing and even the victim.
We are not going to bust the door down, guns blazing, and get into a deadly force situation.
Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara explaining why MPD hadn't arrested John Sawchek before they say he shot his neighbor, despite warrants for his arrest.
Unfortunately, in this case, this suspect is a recluse.
O'Hara says they've been working to take him into custody since April, officers responding to the home more than 20 times.
When the victim made previous calls to 911 regarding the suspect, patrol officers attempted to knock and announce themselves to the suspect at this address. He refused to come to the door every time.
The chief even putting responsibility on the man shot by Sawchek.
In addition, the situation escalated in part by actions that were precipitated by the victim. And MPD has been working to lawfully and safely effect the arrest warrants that have been issued, with the utmost priority to the sanctity of human life. Now, because of the intense attention on this that this incident has drawn, My officers are in even greater danger when trying to make an arrest.
This after a letter from city council members accusing Minneapolis police of refusing to execute the arrest warrant, quote, allowing the problem to escalate for 10 months, and questioning why MPD did not protect Davis Moturi, who is black, from this threat.
Anyone who suggests that the cops don't want to arrest this person is simply wrong. To be frank, the officers, however, are scared. They're scared of being prosecuted if they get into a situation where they make a mistake.
A tense exchange between O'Hara and Councilmember Andrea Jenkins, who co-authored the letter after the press conference.
The perpetrator committed a violent crime, attempted murder, and he needs to go to jail. We pay our officers a lot of money to do the job that they signed up to do, and so they should be willing to do their job.
Moturi calls O'Hara's suggestion he's somehow responsible for being shot, quote, so disrespectful and so rude, telling us, quote, they've been treating me like a criminal because they've been messing up and they have no way of explaining it. O'Hara said they will ensure the community near Sawcheck is safe around the clock until they arrest him. But Moturi, who is hospitalized, says he can't go home the way it stands right now. Kevin.
Okay, Kellen Gray, and I encourage you to watch Chief O'Hara's full news conference right now. It's with this story at KSTP.com and on our newly updated KSTP mobile app.